Lantern Ride is almost over, which means I'm gonna be able to do it soon in one sitting. But before that, I saw that one of the required or recommended quests is Xianyun story quest, which I wanted to do anyway, so might as well just do it now, right? So I'm not gonna waste any time and just get straight to it. I will say, this will probably take me to the harbor.
If you are presently unoccupied,
Which I have not. I have avoided like the play because I wanted to save immediately looking at how it looks now with the whole Lantern Ride thing going on for the Lantern Ride quest. But since I'm gonna probably be taking it there anyways today, I might as well see it right now. And what a better time to do it at nighttime. Show it to me. There it is. Oh, I love the little flags, dude.
skyward, scatter!
Look at the lanterns. Oh my god, it's so pretty, dude. I love Lantern Ride so much. Look at it. It's beautiful. Oh, there's kites? Oh yeah, that's true. There's like a kite motif now, huh, this year. Let me go see what's around here. Dude, it's so pretty. Look at it. Actually, there you go. Dude. Alrighty, Liz. Good luck, friend. Don't overwork yourself too much. Dude, this is so pretty. Oh my god, look at it. There's so much color and like everywhere. Look at the little. Oh.
Kuching and Charlotte. I never thought she'd see you two together.
Is this did I accidentally start Lantern Ride? This was a mistake. This forces you to talk to them? Okay, thank you. No. Now I'm going to start the actual quest. I should have done this before coming to the harbor. Well, I guess I'm saving the goddamn... They would have spoiled me? Okay, great. Cool. Now I'm starting the actual proper quest that I meant to
We've
do.
been to so many places lately. What do you say we take a day off from adventuring and just find somewhere nice to relax?
Hell yeah.
Let Paimon think. Where are some nice places we could go? Oh,
Right
why
here.
don't we take Fabriciner a visit at Mount Outsong? It's been a while since we last saw that illuminated bird. She's
That
always
illuminated
the one
bird.
popping up out of nowhere and scaring us half to death. So let's
Oh. Well, that's
here
a
we are, right
wide
outside her place.
hitbox for the start of this.
Do you still remember the first time we came here?
Yeah.
We even brought
Oh, dude,
offerings
that's
and
so
everything.
long ago.
And when we told her that Rex
Paimon's
Lapis had been
silence.
assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor.
Oh yeah, that was a whole thing,
Paimon
huh?
thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all.
She's pretty nice.
We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so
Good.
if she really wants something, we can just use that.
Emergency snacks.
Traveler, did something catch your eye?
It's
What a
her.
pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
She doesn't know. Seems like she could also be a powerful Adeptus. Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
All
it's
it
so
takes is
cute.
one
What is this?
look
It's so
and you
pretty.
can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
True,
Okay, but
except that's
if
not a
we're
friend, that's
both
just
friends
her.
of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
That's one way to look at it. Who knew you were such a social butterfly, Paimon?
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
It's been so long since she called herself a guide. So long, I feel like.
Hello.
She's just scoping. Hi.
Paimon is Paimon.
What is
And
that
this
voice?
is the Traveler.
Are you okay, Paimon?
Paimon
talk
doesn't
normally.
think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two...
She's gonna be like, you don't know who
What
I
is
am?
this tomfoolery? Has the shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Well, you were a bird last time we saw you, so...
Wait, you're...
Cloud Retainer?
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look
Well,
human. How did that happen?
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities.
well,
As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
So, you're indulging
Because?
now because?
Well,
true.
one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor.
Oh?
Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
I guess, yeah, that's true.
Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place.
This is also true.
In fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
She has the reasons, but doesn't want to discuss them too openly. Well, I almost forgot. Paimon brought you some gifts. Here,
Hey,
take them.
didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
It's fine.
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all.
See, she does care.
Most
Tries but fails to look indifferent as Paimon does. Okay.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
one has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture
She's
that
so
one
pretty,
values above all
dude.
else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
Well,
That kinda makes Paimon feel
Yeah.
a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
Cloud Retainer said she's going to visit some of her disciples.
Right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and
Oh,
Shenhe.
yeah.
It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
What are they up to?
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe
Aw.
and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again.
I know Ganyu's working with the Qixing, but what about Shenhe?
However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
No reason, just
Yeah,
like to talk.
we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing.
Yeah.
We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Is that so?
What is
If
a
there
little
are no
statue on
urgent
the
matters
table?
at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yuehai Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sick.
That's great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor!
1,000 moonlit miles.
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount
talon.
Outsong each year. Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her
Oh.
correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future.
Oh, well.
Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
She's just a worried mother. That is so cute, actually, bro. Perfect landing. Whoa. Oops. Oh. Thank God I have my wing glider out. I would have died otherwise, probably.
We're almost at Weihai Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this?
I mean, they probably know she has a human form, no?
Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form
Yeah.
before. Wait, where did she go?
She's gone. She's back there. Oh, she's right there.
Just standing there, Cloud Retainer!
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
She's gonna watch from the sidelines?
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything
guess
to
that's
attend to one's
true.
visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time. One does not
This
wish
could
to
be
trouble
true.
her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
She's just a mom to her.
Fair
It's so
enough,
cute.
Makes sense. Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
Never mind.
Ugh.
Well, that didn't last long.
Oh, busted.
Yeah.
Is that lady someone you know, Miss Ganyu?
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full.
Oh, Ganyu.
Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements
Oh,
right
that's
away.
nice.
Thank you, Huixin.
Hi, Ganyu.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too.
So she
It's been
does
quite
know.
some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this cloud retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
You're not fooling anybody, ma'am.
Seems she's not buying it.
Ganyu's right through her.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily.
You're pretty
especially
recognizable.
after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
She's very bewildered. She thinks, why wouldn't I recognize you? Why wouldn't she recognize her own mother? I see her every day. How bad do you think my memory is?
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
She's your mom, not your disciple, not your master.
An
Come
apt
on.
observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business.
Such as?
One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important.
Paimon?
Oh,
Yeah, Paimon?
Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got
Good.
something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today.
For today.
A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
Like Lantern, right, maybe?
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body.
Interesting.
It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now,
Aw.
respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
That's so cute.
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
If
She's
you
so
insist.
embarrassed.
We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Well, we told Ganyu how we saved
Wow.
Fontaine.
You've been to so many new places
Basically.
since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Uehai Pavilion. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
Oh, that's where the name came from.
A
I
human
see.
name?
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but
I mean, yeah.
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to
I
be
love that they
possible.
kept her manner of speaking.
Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point
What do you mean,
on,
skip
when
the
in
whole
public
dialogue?
occasions, be sure to refer to one
I
as
skip something?
Xianyun.
I had my eyes closed. Did I skip the whole thing? Did I miss something? Oh no.
Xianyun?
I was like scratching my eye. I didn't see. Since I heard Paimon stop talking, I just clicked.
Ah, I assume that's a reference to the
Oh, no.
full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and
Ooh.
spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Oh.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
Well, yeah, shouldn't she one of like the main 4 Adepti in Liyue?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Bigger than average size.
Not exactly.
That's totally what Paimon had in mind.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer
Just need her
rarely
nerves
speaks of her past
true.
accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts. It is said that once, a long,
Ooh,
long time
lore.
ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation
Interesting.
during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue
Damn,
would be
that's
nothing more than a
interesting.
barren wasteland today. The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds
Oh, is this
gathered
how she got
together,
her name?
and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away,
Ooh.
and the people were saved.
Wow. That's incredible!
That's so cool.
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely what one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Surely.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said? Oh,
Maybe.
Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you.
Well,
So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too
illuminated bird.
mad, are you?
NPCs with those names.
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a
names?
trivial matter?
That's a relief. In that
Content
case, I will
shaper.
continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
There's gonna be NPCs. He shaped mountains and they just made them NPCs.
Well,
Moon
that is
Carver,
quite enough
too.
ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration?
Bro, she wants to know how much money she's making.
Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That's
That
right.
is a lot of questions.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally.
Oh.
Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Shangling still off and
I
out in
don't
search
know,
of new
actually.
recipes,
Probably not.
I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Shangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will
Does she
make
know her
Shenhe's work
parents?
difficult. Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Dora TikTok?
Of
Oh
course,
god.
Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
See you around, Ganyu!
Bye, Ganyu.
Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, didn't she? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short
Yep.
and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
You were right.
No, in fact, it was not an excuse.
Oh.
One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Which
Wait,
is?
for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
Interesting.
She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it
Well-
because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
Hi, Ganyu. Hi,
You
friend.
get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not?
Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Okay, buddy, these two guys are... I like his hair, both the style and the color.
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes.
Okay, buddy.
Hey, how about you ask her?
Did I color Ganyu? Did I? I might have. I don't know, my brain's not working today.
You do it.
The one on the right, he's kind of...
No.
He is kind
I
of...
think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Hello, Shenhe.
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
Yes.
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Bro is not... Bro does not know how to interact with... Oh, Shenhe.
Shenhe!
Hi, buddy.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
It's been a while, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And this is?
This is Miss Xianyun.
Master?
Yes?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
I mean,
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
only 10 years?
You...
Oh.
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Imagine
Well,
if we
if
can
it
just
isn't
see
the traveler
her
in
working
Paimon.
here every now
Are
and
you
then,
here for
just
Shenhe?
casually.
The lunch rush
That would
isn't
be
in yet,
great.
Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Thank you, sir. Where? Behind it? Hello. Look at this group.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people.
As we just saw.
Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
Has
It's
it?
been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Is that what you did to the other two guys?
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
Scaring them away?
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Well,
Oh, how should Paimon put
sounds
this?
reasonable enough.
Oh, a sensible plan.
Oh my god, she
One
agrees.
is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
Well,
I see. Oh, just as expected
just say
of
you miss
Master.
them, bro. She means to say that she actually misses you two a lot.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with
Aw.
Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh, you did?
This is so
Do make
cute.
note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
Whoa, her mood shot up just like that.
Yeah.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I had a feeling,
see.
but...
In that case,
Especially
allow me
after
to
the
also
Liyue
share a
Arc
story about
Quest.
Master's past.
Oh.
Oh?
Oh.
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed.
Lord.
One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver.
Ooh.
After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest.
Okay.
In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the
Oh
race.
god.
Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
Was
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron.
Bro made a car.
What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Powered bicycle.
Oh,
Ain't
you
no
refer
way.
to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent
Holy
49
name.
days
Bro pulled out a
conceptualizing and
Lambo.
crafting it.
Bro pulled out
It
a
need
Tesla.
only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
Bro.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up.
Bro. I can't.
Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds
I
from
would
victory
love to see this happen,
when it was
bro. It would
thrown
be
off
so
course
funny.
and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master,
They're so.
that
I
was the
know.
end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for
Old
another contest.
fossils.
What is a
So
race
mean.
without spectators, after all?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Yes, she has.
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye.
How old is she?
Even one's own
Couple
self-directed
thousand?
musings can span several days and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
We don't believe you.
Nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon
Zhonglei's
gained a lot
age?
of respect
I
for
was-
you
I
after
was thinking she would
listening
be
to
like
that
a little
story
bit
of you
younger,
summoning
no?
the rain and everything.
Not by much.
But Paimon's just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real cloud retainer?
What do you mean by that?
To me, they are both Master. One is the Master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the Master that I respect and adore.
One finds oneself
4,000?
exalted
Okay, so
yet
yeah,
again with
couple
sweet
thousand years
words
younger
of praise
than
and flattery of a
Zhongli.
most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time.
She's busy.
One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action
Eschew?
and abide by no rule.
What is that word?
One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit, yet one places little weight in such judgments.
In other words, we do not care. She says, I don't care what people think.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego is about to burst.
She just be
Do
yapping.
you have any empty tables?
Yeah, we do.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm
Things are
hearing
getting
more
busy.
guests come in. I should get back to work.
All right, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Bye, Shenhe.
Mhm.
Warmer guests bring to Trickle and Paimon takes the opportunity to order a whole array of delicious dishes. Oh my
So
god,
much
her
yummy
eyes!
food! Paimon's gonna feast!
I want food. Can you eat these kind of food, Cloud Retainer?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied.
I want
In fact,
food.
one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the
God.
next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Everything's so tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are
Hello.
full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny? But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat
Oh,
here?
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around.
Well, lucky for you. There's a table with a hero, a flying fairy, and an adeptus.
Excuse
Two
me.
empty chairs.
Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
I don't mind. I don't mind either, yeah.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xiyu, and this is my
Xiyu.
granny, Yuendai.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
Yeah.
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Does she?
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks.
I mean,
but
she doesn't
she's
look
actually
old.
much
old.
older than she appears.
But she doesn't look young either. Oh? Do they know each other?
Granny, why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
She's looking at the pretty bird.
Have we met before?
No.
Tis a fated meeting then. Please, take a seat.
Okay, buddy.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
Earthworms?
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Is she okay?
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
I mean, can't hurt to ask, right?
That's what Paimon was thinking too. I need any help?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has
Oh,
pretty bad
no.
dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing.
Not the dementia,
Actually,
bro.
her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I
Oh,
even have to
no.
remind her who I am every morning.
What about your parents?
They died young.
Oh,
It's just me and Granny now.
well.
Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Listen, I just came from the depression of Star Rail's 2.0 update. I don't want more depression. Not this early in the morning.
You're really tough for your age, kid.
You're too...
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as
Don't
if
say
I forget
clueless.
everything. I still remember the important things.
Oh no.
Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream.
Uh-oh.
I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her,
This hairpin
I
looks
would be
very
free.
unique.
Huh? That
For an
sounds super
NPC.
important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
it was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a
Interesting.
good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. Ah, you know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But
Recurring
just
dream.
how many times have I had it?
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky.
So you're
Does that
possessed.
mean you're possessed?
Oh, Paimon.
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
More than, yeah.
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
You're right.
Words?
Paimon
Stop
almost
retaining your
forgot
words.
you're the expert. In that
The
case,
expert.
do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me.
Like you.
But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny?
A sister?
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave this situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Paimon's Paimon.
I'm Bluebird.
Just Xianyun is fine.
And
Thank you all
Xianyun.
so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
We're just curious about your situation and want to help if we can.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary.
Elementary.
Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
That is an interesting theory.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The
Oh,
heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Emerald Mountains? Jade Mountains, perhaps? Xianyun?
Okay, taking that as a no.
I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me the granny used to be a martial artist heroine
Whoa.
who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
Imagine.
A martial arts heroine?
Xingqiu.
Oh, Shincho knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Sick,
Are
okay.
you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
Let her
I'll go
eat.
order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Ah, Madame Peng.
Street word rambler?
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Okay, let's go find Xingqiu.
Food is unbelievable.
Books!
Skyward! Scatter!
Ask Xingqiu about Yondai. What if she actually was like super famous back then? That would be kind of cool. Hello, Xingqiu. Hey, buddy. Been a while.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
Yes? Explain your situation to Xingqiu.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure.
Anything helpful is
I
appreciated.
can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone.
Oh, I see what you mean by
But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago.
Oh, it's the same one from Cloud
As the people
Retainers.
suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits in bandit camps. The people idolized her,
Interesting.
but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the
Interesting.
drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that the way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
What if it's actually her,
Thanks a lot,
like her
Shincho.
parents or
We
something?
knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Interesting.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Shincho, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Oh,
Let
good
me
question.
think. In the novels, the nameless heroine
Wangshu
always appeared
Inn.
near one of three places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Jingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those three places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Huge help.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together.
Well, about that.
It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye.
But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill.
Yeah, that's actually not so inaccurate
I've
as you
never
might
understood
think.
why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
That would be cool.
Feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why
Cloud
does
retainer.
the story sound super familiar? Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Xingqiu, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Probably not.
Well, they used to be.
Oh, maybe.
But people have long since developed methods to prevent them. Like by cultivating the soil or digging canals.
Oh, interesting.
So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are
I
rarely
would have never
regarded as
thought the
true
place like
disasters.
Liyue would experience droughts.
The
Not gonna
drought
lie.
50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to
Damn.
form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful!
The lanterns.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return.
Yeah.
Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient
I'm
times.
guessing the
They say
war?
that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation.
Cloud retainer.
Do you have any other
Not the
questions?
Shaper Moon Carver Zhongli.
We're good for now. We're just going
Probably.
to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people.
Well, is she
So
actually
sad
the
that
same
she can't
though?
recall any of it.
I mean, she's kind of confirming she is, but that's interesting.
Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
It's
Goodbye,
no
friend.
problem at all.
Hi, friend. How are you doing? Well, goodbye. Where am I going? Up there.
Yeah. Got him.
I'll just take the way up here. Oh. Holy
I have recorded the tune that you
ginormous
requested.
collision for the...
I hope it will be of help to you.
Ooh. A tune? A song?
Oh, thank you. Straight word, ping. What has amused you so?
Oh, it's
Hello.
no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this
Young
form.
from Playable, true.
Time has wrought such change in this world.
Who is Young
and
Playable
yet
one, by the way?
You appear just the same as ever.
Time has
Damn.
little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh?
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor?
Is she moving?
Not unlike the one that you yourself lead.
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean
She
that...
wants to move to the harbor?
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Xingqiu has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yuendai have joined up with us again.
Cool. Oh?
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Little do they know they're in front of like two super strong and well-known Adepti.
Thank you so much.
What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there is this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Oh, then it might be the right track.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Granny
me
might
too,
remember
Wasabi.
something
I do
once she's
wonder.
returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature.
It's adept tea.
And
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like.
At our age,
There's
okay,
no
buddy.
need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you.
They're just two old ladies.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you.
Oh?
Let's go talk over there.
Over where? Oh. Well, I'm in the water now.
What's wrong, Xianyun?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise?
One of us is.
Oh!
We don't know what the whole Paimon is. And I'm someone not from this world. Why do you say that?
Well, you guys just seem super special.
She recognizes the MC energy.
I might have heard Miss Xianyun call herself an adeptus.
Oh, must have been a slip of the tongue.
Well-
Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Xiyu here what you really meant by that.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Well, that's not what I expected. You don't sound surprised at all.
Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky.
No?
She put me on her back and flew me to her cool adeptus house.
That's so
and fed me some sort of
sweet.
magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed, and my fever was gone.
That's so cute.
I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an adeptus like that?
She's right next to you.
A pure white illuminated crane?
Illuminated bird.
The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown.
I guess she is blue and white.
Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway.
I don't think it was in your head. I
All
think it
I
actually
really want is
happened.
to help Granny
But if it's not
recover
her,
her
then
memories.
who?
I'm really grateful for all your help.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first.
Oh, true.
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
It's morning time. So it should be fine. Are we going to Wangshu Inn? Yes, indeed. Wait. Hey, Madame Peng. Sorry for stepping on. No, sorry.
Leaving already? Well, just remember that you can come over for a cup of tea anytime.
Wait, thank you. What's going on here? It's raining.
Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock.
What do you mean by that?
I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window.
Well, most rooms have windows.
Yes,
no?
I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again?
I'll come with.
She's gonna go try and look for a room.
Paimon still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right?
Maybe.
Wait. Whoa! Xiao, what are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
Hi, Xiao. Hi, buddy. It's been so long since I've seen this man. Hi, Xiao.
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look.
Shouty.
If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern.
I have missed you, buddy.
It's been a while, Cloud Retainer.
You shall be mine in a couple weeks.
I see you have returned to your previous form.
Ah, so you've met her in this form before.
I have indeed.
Oh.
I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, true. How old is Xiao?
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Oh, God.
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism.
What is
Hands
this,
up and
bro?
Surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
Oh my God.
An
Paimon.
impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Sure, was she right?
Even so,
Around
Cloud
2000.
Retainer was
Oh, he's
not always as
youngish.
ostentatious as you describe.
For Adepti,
You
at
may be
least.
unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death.
Oh, so
The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
Yeah, it's crazy how 2,000 years old is young, but if you think about it, like Cloud Retainer is like 4,000, Zhongli is like what, 7,000? The war was like 500 years ago. Like it's a long time. No, it's how long ago was the Archon War? Conria incident was 500 years ago, and the Archon War was even before that. So how long ago was that in current times? How much time before the Conria incident was the Archon War?
Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
True.
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
I guess that's fair.
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
Couple thousand years ago. Well, if Xiao is 2,000 and he lived during the Archon War, I want to take a guess and say the Archon War was 1,000 years ago, maybe. And then the Archon War happened, and 500 years ago the Conria thing happened, and then we're here 1,000 years later, which means Xiao was very young when the Archon War happened. He was fighting in it. At most, he was maybe 1,000, or maybe even less than 1,000 years old. That is wild.
After the war,
Rose was very young for
Cloud
like a
Retainer
Adepti.
retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years
30?
ago, when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
Let him speak!
Granny, are you okay?
I want to listen to what he has to say.
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here.
No, don't leave.
I shall take my leave now. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name.
You know it, buddy.
However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Just say you love us already, buddy.
I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
a long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shincho said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness.
Oh no.
The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying.
Was she ill with?
But I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills.
She's so cute when young. What is that mustache, little bro?
He told me that the pills were concocted using adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
The dementia you're suffering from now is actually from the pills?
But if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? My brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
You're not useless.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me.
I like this little kid,
Watched me
bro.
grow up, raised me.
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Place number 2.
Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Xianyun next? There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
Bro. Whoa. Hello. Let's do this. Let's do that in that order. It is here. Search for clues. Oh. What about this place? Any memories?
I don't remember this place at all. Still, I was thinking.
Oh God.
This place feels perfect for a game of hide and seek.
Granny, no.
Why a game of hide and seek?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I used to play that game a lot with Xianyun when she was younger.
I don't remember playing it that much. Are you sure about that, Granny? We only played a few times, and we stopped once we realized I was no good at the whole seeking part.
Ah, is that so? Then I must be mistaken.
Not here then.
Okay, let's go to location number 2.
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
Oh?
This place.
Is this the right place? Do you recognize it?
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Xianyun.
Oh.
This is where your father was born. It was a moonless night. I had been injured,
It's raining.
so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Interesting.
Sin?
What sin?
Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, The house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries.
Aw.
That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy.
That's so cute.
It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Xianyun. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much. But you're always going to be different from me.
Why?
Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
Bro.
You're too sweet, Xianyun. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here. All right. Let's not stand.
Oh, I didn't.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to
As I
keep
jump
up.
around.
I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top.
Oh.
Such lightness of weight.
Bro is
All
skin and
those who
bones.
grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything. My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
Well, this is just depressing. It's just sad.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny One Day?
Let me see.
Mountains.
How strange. Have I lived here before?
Take your time.
When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong then?
We can't expect them to get everything right, yeah.
That's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Yuendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet.
Thank you. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
That's Cloud Retainer's place.
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Yep.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Do you remember something?
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong,
What am I?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Why?
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't like that.
Miss Xianyun,
Cloud.
is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong. Fret not, all will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart.
Interesting.
And restoring your lost memories.
Oh.
It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance.
Interesting.
All will reveal itself when we arrive.
Really? What did you do?
Yeah! Skyward!
Bow, bow. Oh, this is cool. Damn.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Well, now I'm swimming. I did not mean to start swimming. Oh, now you don't have a wide range for the thing? now when they need it.
Just tell Paimon already! What's this thing you've prepared?
Here, this is it.
Oh, this one? But this one's been here since before the whole thing happened.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got
Yeah.
here?
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with
so
the result.
pretty.
I call it the Suspensus Somnium mechanism. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a
Interesting.
semi-hypnotic state, soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia. Its potential uses are numerous indeed.
Whoa, what a cool gadget!
Pretty cool.
But if you had it
I
all
need
along,
one
why
of
did you keep it
those.
to yourself until just now? We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved Paimon a lot of floating.
Okay, you're just float around. You don't need to walk, climb, or do anything we all do,
How
bro.
preposterous. Had Yuendai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Interesting, okay.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned,
Oh, it's the thing that
a
I'm
gentle
paying later.
adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Ooh.
Oh, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's
very
body
pretty
feels
song.
light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass
Bro's
after
gonna fall
a super
asleep.
satisfying meal.
And you and I, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
She's already half asleep.
It appears she has
Yep.
already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
Bye, Granny.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
Who is that? Is that...
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
Oh, there's a thing.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Oh.
Please. Please, no.
No?
Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong.
I'm confused.
You should have never left.
Whoa. Oh, this is the
you
pure
of
white
the
crane.
past. The me from not that long ago. We should have never.
Is she an Adeptus too? No, but no, because they don't grow old like that. I'm confused.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny!
Hi.
Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
She remembers her.
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean
They know each other.
you already knew each other?
Yeah.
Yes. I now remember everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was
What I
the
once
truth
was?
of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you...
No,
You know the story?
it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on. Shuyu, everyone,
I cannot thank you enough for all
yes,
your
please.
help. I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter.
I love
you
this
more
little
than
kid,
anything.
bro.
Nothing you say can change
She's
that.
so sweet.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake.
What did you do?
One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst?
I am, in truth,
Hello.
not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories
She
with
was
me.
just a
She
crane?
even passed on the secret of
Not an
cultivation
adeptus,
to
though.
me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right.
Okay, so she's not an
I
adeptus.
followed her teachings,
but
and
how is
time
she
gradually
human?
passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
The drought. Yeah.
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still
She's really
far
looked up
from
to
being
her.
a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form
how are
and
you a
fit in
human
with the
now?
crowd. Once she learned of my desires,
Oh.
Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me. She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years,
Oh.
and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Then what are you?
Oh no. So that was the source of your
Yeah.
dementia all along.
You never turned back into a crane.
Was it because of Grandpa?
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us.
Oh.
But still,
Profile.
just like me,
This is
he
a big
cared
fall.
deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side.
Oh
So what did you do?
What happened?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her.
Oh.
So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced
the
that she
letter?
would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and
That's
tried
why
to
you
hide
hid
from the
yourself.
world, such that
Because you
no
wanted to
one would
hide
be
from
able to find me
Retainer,
again.
specifically.
But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I
until
knew
now.
only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven.
Xiao's hearing this too.
Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were
Was
there
it
at the same
you?
time. If it weren't for those soul
Cloud
revitalizing
retainer?
tea pills, I probably would have.
It was her, wasn't it?
Granny, what's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't
No
be.
coincidence there.
Master, don't tell me. Back then, that
was
merchant
her.
was actually.
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not?
Aww.
Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
That's so sweet.
So when I tried to conceal my name
I know,
and
Wasabi.
mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all
Of course she
along.
knew.
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock.
So what I'm getting here is Clara Retainer has 3 children. Shenhe Ganyu and Yuandai, basically. I would say Xiao, but Xiao is more Zhongli's.
One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what form they may take.
We're just adopting every single child in Liyue. That's crazy.
Paimon's confused. So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuandai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Yeah.
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
Please do. Cutscene? Domain! Even better. Whoa.
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
Where are we? Also, Zhongli and Xianyun are the Liyue parents. On God, mother and father. This. Whoa. You see that? The things on her.
Yeah.
Oh, she glows! I didn't know she glowed. I didn't know she was chill like that.
Skyward! Scatter!
Wait. Whoa. Hold on. Oh, it's a C3. Wait.
Yeah! Skyward!
Wait, I wanted to try something. Hold on.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Let me. I can't.
Yeah!
Can I do it twice?
Yeah! Scatter!
Well, now it's not regen. Well, I'll try it later.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner.
Well.
As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better.
Well.
But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies. Glaring though they may have been, wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn.
You put on a fake mustache and a long-ass goatee?
As one
Brother.
expected, you
That
were
is
most
so
ignorant of one's
dumb.
true identity. You showed
Oh
not even
my
the slightest
God.
inkling of recognition.
That is so stupid.
One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated
the
the
music
success
here.
of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
Damn, bro. 1, 2, 3. It's not okay. Let the cooldown run out. So I can do it twice, right? 2, 3. 1, 2. Dude, that's so cool. C3. I need to get her C3 eventually in the rerun. Goddamn.
Skyward! Scatter!
Well.
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable. Even considering your loss of memory, one was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of
The
consuming
music.
medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
Oh, she did it. Oh, this is at night. Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Skyward! Scatter!
I'm gonna build a DPS Xianyun. I'm building a DPS Xianyun.
Yeah! Skyward!
That's fun.
Yeah! Scatter!
What if I gave Xianyun Wanderer's artifacts?
Make way for the Adeptus!
Hit it.
Yeah! Skyward!
Hit!
Goddamn.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Ow.
Stray clouds converge!
Just Julie, just for a test. That's not half bad. That's fun.
Those monsters would hardly
the
have
little thing.
pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains.
So while they were in the barrier, she protected them. She got the monsters outside.
Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War.
Oh.
Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making.
This is such a cool art piece, by the way. It's so pretty.
In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy. To see you happy, that was more than enough.
That's so cute.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait! But if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
It was her.
One had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Right? The pure white crane. Yoink.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
It was Yondai. I thought she said she didn't return to her crane form, no?
Yeah!
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus.
Okay, buddy.
Because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe.
Well...
One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
Oh, ain't no way, dude. That is so funny, so stupid, so funny. Goofy Clara Retainer. I love it.
It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognize the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one.
What about her parents, though? Wouldn't that been Yuandai's kid, like, you know, died young?
Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, Yuandai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin Restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree?
Yeah, probably.
Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake?
Because...
Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
Because she knew you wanted to stay away from her, so she respected the wish, no?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. Yeah. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return.
Man.
'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged.
This is true.
One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish. Yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
She's her mother, basically, again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late.
She's gonna die?
Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination.
So she is going to die.
Even the power of an
anyway.
Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So she's safe?
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Oh. Is there no other way?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Should be like a day.
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny, please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left.
Don't make the child cry, Hoyu.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life.
Who is she gonna stay with? She
My
has no
only
parents.
regret is having to leave you behind.
Sorry to hear adopting another child.
Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
Is this happening now?
Promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all
She's
of
gonna
Mount
be a crane
Outsang.
again.
Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I.
At least
How's
she's
that
not
sound?
dying, I guess. That's a plus. If she died, it would have been just more depression.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
Are you remembering something, Lumine? Sounds familiar.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets.
Come on, man.
I'm so sorry, Master.
What are
Thank
you
you.
apologizing for? Is it over? Music? Watch it? She's just turning into a crane now. Hello. Oh, she has a little green thing on her head. Oh, goodbye, I guess. She's just leaving? She just left?
Xianyun.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event.
What's gonna happen to her though? Like, she's an orphan. She has no parents, no family, no friends.
Tears
Well,
are a
maybe
necessary
friends,
part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must. One will wake you in due time.
Thank you. She's turning on the thing again. Cutscene. She's asleep. She's happy. Oh my god, look at these two. She's falling asleep too. Fuck this game, bro. Oh, fuck you.
I always believed we would see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end.
Oh,
And all my troubles would be behind me. stay this way forever.
Oh, fuck this game, bro. Me too, Lumine. Me too.
A nightmare?
No, a very good dream.
Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream.
Voice
It's just...
line.
You weren't ready to wake up.
Look, the little birds.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
I hate this game so much.
Grilled chicken drumsticks.
You're not giving me that cutscene, making me cry, and then putting Paimon dreaming of grilled chicken drumsticks 1 second later. I hate this so much.
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now?
I hate this place. I hate it here.
Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to
Yeah,
you.
I
Paimon
noticed.
had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks,
I
that's
noticed,
all.
Paimon. Thank you.
Madam Adeptus?
Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. How do you feel?
Horrible.
I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore.
This is why she's in your top 10. I can see that. She might be in my top 10 too now.
Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh. And have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. I could become a cool Adeptus like you, and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
She's so cute.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuandai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Adopted another child. Let's go. She now
Thank
has
you
4
so
children.
much, Madam Adeptus.
Shuyu, Yuandai, Ganyu, Shenhe.
Master.
Xianyun, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chin-chin and violet grass.
Well, Ganyu's chilling in her
If you
defense.
join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
I think that's a lie. I think you're exaggerating, Paimon.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Okay, she's not wrong,
Although
but...
Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple
She's moving to
in the
Liyue
human
Harbor.
world.
Whoa! You're leaving Mount Outsong?
So that's why you took on the human form.
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive.
You love it there, trust.
Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
No.
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry,
we'll
do.
help you keep it a secret.
Okay.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor.
True.
One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
It's true.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense insomnia mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer!
I love that.
Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out?
True.
Should we make it?
Wait until 2 days later. Oh god. Uh-oh, the harbor. I better not get thrown into Lantern Ride again, bro. I swear.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Back to my Z0 Xianyun. Oh.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life.
Oh, so she's gonna be loaded. Not Zhongli. You need money?
I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Cloud.
Paimon?
Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares.
Oh my god.
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred years?
Indeed.
Erm.
They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Don't mind the fact that her hair is literally feathers.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them.
Right.
Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes.
One is so fucking pissed.
Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
I love her.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
Who could be an expert in this fucking
expert, you say?
This kind of thing?
Very well.
Fucking, I
I will
don't know.
wait for a little while longer then.
Not Xingqiu. Who
Traveler,
else can like?
Paimon. This is my new
No
residence.
mechanics
if
and
you have
stuff.
cause to seek my company in the future,
Oh, this is your
where you can
house?
find me.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Oh, you're wearing
Hello.
different clothes. You look prettier.
Xianyun! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
She looks so
Mhm.
cute.
Master made it for me. I like it too.
It's great.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Yeah, the colors are the exact same. Goddamn.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes
she's
left, but
gonna
they're
leave
kind
it
of
there
heavy,
now.
so I just left them outside.
2 boxes.
Fret not. I shall help
She
you move
can
them
do
into
it
your
all.
room.
On God.
Actually, I
She's
should
so
probably
kind.
sort through my stuff a bit first.
Look at the little
Everything's kind
shoes.
of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master. Yeah, that'd be great.
Aww.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child. Now,
Bye, Shu.
this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
Who is
Soon,
it, by the way?
soon. Ah, there he
Is
is.
this gonna be another NPC or
Here,
something?
allow me to make some introductions.
Never mind.
This is
It's
Mr.
not an
Zhang Li,
NPC.
a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral
Hi,
Parlor and
buddy.
an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques.
Hi, bud.
Mr. Zhang Li, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to
Look
sell
at
the
her
collection of
face.
valuables I mentioned earlier.
Claritator's face, and then these two's faces. This is awkward.
Huh.
Huh. Hello.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Indeed.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhangli?
This is so awkward, bro.
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Hey, buddy.
Huh.
How are you doing?
So you two are already acquainted?
They're acquainted, all right.
Indeed.
For a
How
long, long
fortunate we
time.
are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
He doesn't even need to look at anything.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhangli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail.
Paimon's knowing look.
I can say without a doubt
Oh
that
my
you
God,
are
that's great.
foremost in that regard.
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Hear me out. Why does it sound like they're low-key flirting a little bit?
Not at all, Mr. Zhangli.
Am I crazy for
Not at
thinking
all.
that? Me too, buddy.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask...
They did a little something off screen, if you catch my drift.
You two already knew each
That's
other,
my
and you
chances.
seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
Buddy.
A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we
Guizheng,
would
I
conspire
know.
to do such a thing.
Dude, one is so fucking pissed again.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Say no more. Let us depart.
Oh god.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhangli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait!
The giggle.
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhangli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
Of course you would, buddy. Also, fuck, I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something, and then I waited for the dialogue. You get 3. Okay, I remember now. Thank you. That reminded me, dude. Didn't Zhongli used to be like the judge whenever Guizhong and Cloud Retainer competed with their creations and whatnot? That's a thing, right? Yeah. Dude, he had 3 girls in this. Wait, 3? Guizhong, Xianyun, and who else? Who's the third? 3 fine women on this build. Who's the third? Oh, Peng! You're right.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
Sure.
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house.
Fiduciary?
Oh, very well.
What does that even mean?
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
Bye, buddy.
Xiangli!
Hi, friend.
My friends, have you been doing well?
Yes, hi. How are you doing, buddy?
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
She's like, call me by my
Whatever
name.
for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Look at that smile.
Well, that is true, but...
You're both posing as mortals now, might as well.
Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
I love him so much.
One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Dude, she's so different from how she was last time we saw her at the end of the... was it a prelude? The second time we fought Asile? She left not super happy with the whole situation.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Can you imagine?
All right,
1,000 years from now.
reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
No, let him talk.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together?
Ooh.
One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish.
Oh.
You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Wasn't that the thing he made last lantern, right? Or am I tripping?
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago.
Oh, maybe not. Never mind.
Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Dude, I love seeing this, like hearing of moments where just all of them doing anything normal friends do instead of just being awkward around each other, just like doing small talk.
Hardly. 'Twas
This is
most
so
certainly out of
good.
consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered
Everything.
consomme. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed word to Xianyun Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple.
Aww.
Is that agreeable to everyone?
Dude, this little child is gonna be at the table with not only the prime of the Adepti, the past Geo Archon Zhongli, but Claritainer, Shenhe, Ganyu, and the Traveler. Holy table.
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you so much, Claritainer.
Shu Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhang Li. He is,
who is he?
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Okay, buddy.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
Hi.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Nice, Zhongli.
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite.
Zhongli is now her father.
It's super
Dude,
tempting and stuff.
they're not.
Is that true?
They're both living in the harbor now. They're the actual parents of Leo. Like, actually.
That sounds rather implausible.
Look at bro
Although
go.
with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Look at this group. Look at them all, dude. It's gonna end, isn't it? Yeah. Well. Well, I guess now it makes even more sense that I have both of them in my party, huh? Hello. Dude. That was a quest and a half. I think that might have been one of the longer ones, no? That was really good. Definitely top 5, I think. It was a really good quest. The ending, I loved. The cutscene was amazing. Again, maybe story-wise, like the story was really good, but there's some other story quests that I've enjoyed the story more and that have like wrapped me more into it. But this one I think was more one of, if not the most emotional one for me anyway. Because it made me cry almost as much as I've cried during main Archon quests, dude. Or during quests like fucking Golden Slumber. The end of Golden Slumber just absolutely broke me. Not unlike this one. That was just really, really good. I don't know what else to say. I just accept that it was really good. I think, yeah, definitely top 5 quests. Definitely top 5 after seeing everything. More than likely. Usually love when they make character story quests about random other characters and the main characters become... Yeah, this one was very well done. Mostly because they gave this story that Yuandai wasn't just some random NPC. She had an actual...
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is an auspicious era for humanity.
She got an actual story with Claritainer. Like, a whole past was that she was one of her disciples that she lost because she technically ran away and hid from her, but she knew where she was and what she was doing anyway, but still. Like, it didn't feel like they just pushed this random NPC into the story for the sake of it, the way it's felt some other times. It was really well written.
Yeah, skyward!
I wonder if they've changed how, like, the writer for the story quests, or if each story quest is a different writer, but these last few story quests, this one, Tighnari's isn't that new, but that was really, really good as well. Neuvillette's, Wriothesley's, Navia's. They were really good. It also helps that dementia aging is something everyone has. Yeah, exactly. So it's relatable too, to a lot of people. I don't have that much of an experience with it. Like the closest I think I have to that is with my great grandma who is still alive.
The secrets
She's
of the
100
mechanical
years old.
arts are too profound to convey.
Excuse you. She's 100 years old, so she's naturally starting to forget stuff. But she's in relatively good health. She's hanging in there. She's doing fine. But of course, age is age, and she does forget stuff every now and then. My grandma went to visit her the other day, and when she went to say hi, my great grandma looked at my grandma and she was like, "Who are you?" And my grandma was like, "Dude, I'm your daughter. What do you mean?" So yeah, it is a topic that's not too hard to relate to, so that also helped. But no, this was just a really, really good quest all around. I cannot wait to see what future character story quests are gonna be like, because so far they've been getting better and better and better each time. Of the recent ones that I've played, I'm not gonna put every single one that I can remember, but the recent ones that I can remember that I've played have been Neuvillette, Tighnari, Navia, and this one. So those four. So Neuvillette, Wriothesley, Navia, Xianyun. I would say I would put at the very top, I would say probably still Neuvillette, just because the story behind it was really good. Like the whole mystery thing, the whole murder, the process of accepting the change with the meltings and whatnot. It was really good for me. I really loved it. Wriothesley's will go right under. Oh, there's Farina's quest too. I think I like this one more than Farina's. Neuvillette,
and all things
Wriothesley, Xianyun, Farina, and Navia.
This is an auspicious
Those
era
are the
for
most recent
humanity.
ones that I've done, and that's the order I would put them on. So she is in third place for now. That was a really, really good story quest. Damn.